creators are becoming powerful voices of influence, trust has become their most valuable currency. As creators shape opinions, build communities, and influence markets, the ways in which trust is formed and lost is rapidly evolving. Today, our panel will unpack how authenticity, transparency, and creativity are rewriting the rules in this digital era. Join me in welcoming our panelists. First up, we have Vasanthi Hariprakash, an award-winning journalist, sought-after speaker, radio TV personality, and an enabler of powerful speaking with her media enterprise. Vasanthi is the founder CEO of Pickle Jar Media. Can we please have a round of applause for her? Next, we have Saloni Suri. Saloni is a neuro coach, speaker, trainer, and author, a certified energy medicine and mindfulness teacher with a rich bank of experience spanning 30 plus years. She uses neuroscience-based models of change merged with spiritual wisdom to rewire mindsets. Welcome. Next, we have Dr. Falguni Vasavada, a double gold medalist with over 25 years of teaching experience in the area of marketing and advertising. Dr. Falguni is a professor of marketing and the co-chair MDP at MICA. Please keep the applause going. And this panel is going to be moderated by one of India's finest reputation managers and communication strategists, Deepa Jayaraman, the founder and CEO of 3 AM Friend. Over to you, Deepa. Can't wait to hear from everybody.
Thank you, everybody. I'm not sure, when I came into this room, I was super thrilled to see that, we had this whole big, beautiful setup of tents and everything. And then now when I literally turned myself and I'm seeing this audience, this is like a power-packed, completely packed tent, and I am as thrilled as it can be. And clearly, the theme is unbound, and I think that's what this audience shows. I think each one sitting here is absolutely limitless, fabulous, powerful, successful women, a few men here and there. We'll acknowledge them as we go along, but thank you for being here. So a huge applause to all of us before we start this session. The person who's put this panel together, and I must give a big credit to Sarika Salian. Sarika's been a very common word this whole morning, but I don't know how she managed to do this, but she's actually got 4 people here. I mean, till maybe a week ago, we didn't know each other, okay? But then, honestly, we realized we have so much of synergies, and each one sitting here is just intertwined and interconnected in so many beautiful ways. So thanks for the lovely introduction that she did. But honestly, going back, Vasanthi is been a multilingual storytelling journalist, and I think I draw a lot of inspiration from her. And we're going to delve a lot into what all she does. She's a solo traveler, she lives with people, she's somebody who trusts people, and so open and so beautiful in her communication, and all the traits which sort of I loved and I've seen her imbibe. Saloni to my left, oh my gosh, we just realized yesterday that we were in the same organization. Started off, but again, who could, in this day and age when all of us say, oh, we need, degrees and PhDs and so many certifications, upskillings behind our name to get business, clients, promotions in our work and all of that. Here's a lady, I mean, oh my God, give it to her. She's actually a self-taught neuroscientist, and she's a self-taught coach who uses neuroscience in everyday coaching and helping people. And that just doesn't get better than that, right?
And spiritual wisdom, I think, merged together is a very important part of it for me, because we come from a very rich culture.
Yeah.
And the history of this land, India, goes back centuries. And everything that neuroscience today is telling us in our ancient wisdom traditions, it was already written 5,000 years ago. So I think they both meet.
Ooh, 5,000 years of history. And I can tell you one thing for sure, nobody in this room, with claim, okay, nobody in this room, all of us put in, all the followers that we have in our social media, put all the social media together, all your Instagrams, your LinkedIns, wherever you think you're famous, put your company's follower base together, all of that would not match Dr. Falguni, right? None of it. She is, oh my God, the doyen when it comes to being the influencer content creator. So, you know, when people talk about, oh, मेरे पास 10,000 followers है या जो भी followers है, यहाँ madam is like, मैं तो मतलब million billion में बात करती हूँ, you know. So I think, you know, so absolutely thrilled, stoked to be here along with all of us here. Let me start off this conversation. You know, when we were planning this through, we said, hey, here is a great combo of women who are all content creators. Each one of us who are out there being our authentic self, being our vulnerable self. And we kind of figured that that's what people love and appreciate as well, which is like, you know, how is it that we can put out content which is authentic and resonates with people and has a message to give? So let me start off with Vasanthi, who's right here. Vasanthi, you have been a curator of content all through. How do you think of the content when you're planning it?
Namaskara Elrugo, and it's wonderful to have people coming in from across geographies, and therefore, which of the languages that I usually speak should be deployed in a room such as this, and sort of agree that ठीक है, मतलब अंग्रेजी में ही बोल लेंगे अब, ठीक है. But there was a time when the thing that I used to speak live on radio, morning on morning, to Bangalore to say, okay, it's a Wednesday morning, it's close to 12 o'clock, of course, and good morning, Bangalore City. This is radio, and I'm Vasanthi Hari Prakash with you. I didn't know that was content, because that was not what it was even called. It was in fact a dilemma, because I did join the radio station as a guest to speak on something as lofty as journalism and how more women can enter the profession, and someone else thought that, okay, probably she could be on the other end of this mic and become a host herself. So this thing of what am I going to say new to a city, which now gets called under fancy names, was just, oh my God, I hope I'm making sense. And therefore, make it count. The fact that I've been given even a mic, not the entire city. So Deepa, one of the or on hindsight, I mean, none of this, of course, wisdom was there at that time, but I'm saying because now we have the advantage of time, is that I was just showing up every morning just as who I was.
Authentic.
Yes, and so it was some days that, okay, I have no idea what I'm, going to say on the show, apart from my just little pointers that I'm going to, speak something useful, but also that we think that we are taking the audience into confidence. And now you know that was building trust. That was building a relationship and something as strong as habit forming as radio, because you so get used to that voice on the airwaves that you think so many times when I used to go into random, strange, new audiences, I didn't know them, they knew me. Because they just felt that, ye to apni hai. ಇವಳು ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಷಯ. So one of those things is that without your knowledge, you're consciously building that trust, and that when you do that consistently, transparently, genuinely, then you realize that along with trust, you've also built credibility. And that credibility, whether I was with Indian Express or later with NDTV or BBC World News, whatever the format, and then now as a founder of Pickle Jar, the formats have changed, the words may be different, this has to sound cool, columns have to be the way they are, but the standard principle there is that those who follow you, whether they are your following or whether they are Falguni's massive number, see you as a source of truth for themselves. So I will pause by saying that now, alongside whatever I do, I also do the solo journeys into semi-urban India, and especially, I was even in Bihar 2 weeks back, is that you just think that, okay, this is a responsibility. And the fact that, therefore, you may not be on the world's largest channel, but what you say is going to be perceived as a real thing because they know that you will not do anything otherwise. This is my truth.
And so amazing. What she's saying is so true. It's about being authentic. It's about being real. It's about being vulnerable. It's about just being out there for people in your own true self. Beautiful segue to you, Saloni. You've been studying human brain. You've understood what people trust, what trust looks like to people. So when they see content that's produced by us, how do people perceive it and what makes them trust us?
I'm very new to social media, just started during COVID, don't belong to a generation.
Oh, please, she's got 60,000 followers
where,
and she's saying, see, she's new to social media.
It's just, I don't come from a generation where putting myself out there is very easy. I still struggle with the forward button, I still struggle. But I tried to get help, but it didn't really work out too good for me. And I realized that where trust is concerned, you just can't go to the market and buy it. It's a feeling. It's a feeling, right? And when you know what you want to give, for me, service through my work, using Instagram as a place to serve others is very important, right? So I use that as a platform to help other people. That's all that I do on Instagram, right? And on LinkedIn. And I realized that I'll just see if you can get these three things. Number one, real is the new real. Raw is the new real. If you keep it raw is the new real. In this age of artificial intelligence, everything is being doubted, everything is being questioned. And if you're struggling to do something, it's okay. तुमसे नहीं एडिट हुआ कोई बात नहीं लेकिन who you are, show that to the world and they will believe you, they will trust you. Yeah, trust, authenticity is number one. Keep it real, who you are. Number two, there's a very old Japanese concept called wabi-sabi. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Anybody heard of wabi-sabi? Embrace imperfection. Embrace imperfection. Don't try and chase it. A lot of women chase it. It's a trap. It's a trap. All of us are work in progress. Do you agree with me? All of us are work in progress. Raise your hands. Come on,
Yes,
come on.
yes.
We're all work in progress. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's all right. Number one, keep it raw.
Raw.
Yeah, raw is the new real. Adds to authenticity. The more authentic, the more people will trust you. Number two,
Imperfections.
embrace your imperfection in that quest for making the perfect content. Right? Many times we don't take that step. We feel scared. Why? Fear. Why does fear? Fear plus self-doubt is equal to procrastination. Right or wrong? Simple formula. You are fearful, you begin to doubt yourself, you don't take action. You don't take action, you are exactly where you are. And then you don't put out content out there. Right or wrong? Number three, believe in yourself. Because our beliefs create our reality. And then we go looking for evidence to match it. Right or wrong? Yeah? So where does trust start first? It starts with you. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Because if you do that, that is the energy that you set out into the universe. And there is a simple law of the universe which has stood the test of time. What you give,
Is what you receive. Is what you receive.
what you give is what you get. What you sow is what you reap. You put in crap will come. You put an apple seed, which tree will come? Apple tree. Right or wrong? Simple formula. And that is when you start your journey of becoming the best version of yourself.
But the best
Makes
version of
sense?
ourselves already exists here with Dr. Falguni. She said raw is the new real. You've been someone who's out there talking everything which is very difficult for people to talk about, And I think that sort of made a lot of us resonate with your content. You were never perfect. You're very beautiful, you're awesome, you deck up very well, we love everything you do, but it was never perfection that you chased, right, Dr. Falguni? What was it that kept you creating the kind of content and engaging all of us like you've always done?
Yeah, so I think we should never chase perfection. It's a trap, especially for women in India. It's a trap. It's a societal stereotype. So, multitasker, perfectionist is a societal expectation. It's not a talent. So, having said that, I think the content creation journey that I started with some 8-10 years ago, I started by talking about things that I was passionate about or what I had self-experienced. So for example, growing as a fat girl in the Indian society, I had experienced a lot of body shaming, a lot of body consciousness, a lot of things which, question your self-belief, and how I encountered it, what made me win over those, and what made me proud of the person I am rather than how I look. So I started sharing my experiences, and they were so raw, as Saloni was mentioning, so real, and they came from a space where I had self-experienced it, so it was genuine and authentic. Slowly people started resonating with what I was talking, and suddenly I thought, I have a platform. I'm a privileged woman of this society, so I have a platform where I can speak, where subconsciously every woman knows it's a problem but does not have the power or access or resources to speak. So topics like, say for example, why is infertility a taboo in India, right? Why is menopause and menstruation still a stigma? Or for example, why still we are fighting for equality and women empowerment and gender rights and societal issues? Smallest of things like, why do women only serve food? Why can't men also serve food? Smallest of things. So I started talking from that space where it became very relatable content, and my audience could resonate with what I was saying, because see, here I was talking about women to empower themselves. I am not asking them to be a crybaby and sit and wait for the society to change.
Sure.
I was telling them, what can you do to empower your space? What can you do to change yourself? It can be a simple thing like cooking a meal of your choice once a week. That is empowerment. Every woman will not have those resources to become the CEO of a company the next day. But within your space, can you fight inequalities around you, gradually evolving as a stronger person? And I think in the age of artificial intelligence, extremely important to say this, that there is AI and there are softwares and there are large language models which will make everything look perfect. So the scarcity will be of imperfections. Scarcity will be of the human touch, the rawness, the ruggedness, the vulnerability. So there are days when, like, I'm always decked up, as Deepa said, because I love getting ready. And I'm not getting ready for anybody else. Every day I'm ready like I'm about to walk a ramp, okay,
Yeah.
because it's for myself. But some days if I am feeling low, I will go on my story with my thick glasses and in my nightie and say that today I'm not going to dress up. And people love it because then they see the real human being. Right? They've also gone through those highs and lows. So they see the real face behind it. And that's how I think gradually trust gets built up between you and your audiences.
Very well put. I think, big claps. Because it's so true. A lot of us have this issue, and maybe I'm going to bridge the question back to Saloni on this one. A lot of us have this issue, right? We are like, oh my God, there are so many people looking at our content. There are so many people judging the way we are. And we've sort of created a certain style for ourselves. We've sort of created this pattern for ourselves. And that's why I have the followers that I have. And then, can I go with my glasses or not looking the best, etc.? What would people say? Log kya kahenge? Would I lose my followers? What if I get shamed in social media? What if I get criticized? How do I react to stuff like that? Saloni, what's your guidance for us there?
All right. So I'll share very simple 5 principles of leadership that I have followed in my life, which have worked, and you can follow them too. Yeah. Number 1, bhakti.
Bhakti.
Be devoted to yourself. Invest in yourself. Trust yourself. Be devoted in your work to others. All of you are a very young audience. As I can see, you have 30-40 years of working life left inside of you. When you're devoted to yourself and you learn how to put yourself first, self-care is not being selfish, right? Bhakti. Number 2, seva. Do seva for yourself. Do seva for others. बोलते हैं ना एरोप्लेन में पहले मास्क अपने ऊपर लगाओ फिर दूसरे को लगाना. खुद को बचा पाओगे तो किसी और को बचाओगे ना. खुद ही को नहीं बचा पाए तो किसी और का क्या ही कर लोगे. Bhakti, be devoted. Number 2, seva. Do seva to yourself, and in everything in your work that you do, help somebody else. Help them. Number 3, vidya. Keep studying about yourself. How do I work? Keep studying in the. How many of you students here? Any of you students studying in college?
Yeah, I continue to study
nice.
every day.
Nice. Yeah. Today, the leaders who are making decisions on artificial intelligence and deep tech, they haven't gone to college and studied it. None of us have studied it in college, right? So you have to keep studying. Keep studying. You will begin to feel more confident. The more confident you feel, knowledge is equal to power. Right or wrong? The more knowledge you have, the more confident you are. The more you trust yourself to be able to sit here and say something. When does confidence go for a toss? Because you don't trust yourself. You feel that your knowledge is not deep enough because you stopped studying. Never stop studying about yourself and about the field that you are in. Bhakti, seva, vidya. Number 4, the outcome is gyan. Gyan is wisdom. When you have wisdom, your decision-making capacity goes up, right? The better you're able to take a decision, the better choices you make in your life. And number 5, bolo? It's very simple. Bhakti,
Practice.
seva,
Yeah.
vidya.
Gyan.
Vidya hoegi to gyan aayega na. Wisdom will come from knowledge only, no? Number 5. Dimag lagao. Basic of our being. Very basic. Karma.
Yeah, karma. That was absolutely well said, karma indeed. While we take a pause here, maybe, Vasanthi, you can continue with this. You put out so much of content out there and it's all true, authentic. How do you deal with people's judgment and how do you deal with people's criticism when it comes to, and it's all open out there and we can all read the comments and we all see the.
True. Before which I would like to just take a quick poll. How many of you are already creating content, therefore called content creators in this hall? A few hands. How many are wanting to be content creators, aspiring to be, like you would love to be? Why not more hands? Can I see proper? Yes. But those of you who are not putting your hands is of interest to me. Because I think you see content creation as some kind of a specialized activity, which is to be done only by either a subject matter expert or someone who's already an extrovert, probably puts herself out there. And I am here to tell you, you have to be neither. You can be a content creator in your own merit, and even with whatever the niche or the smallest thing, which right now need not even be a speciality, but it is worth sharing with the world. What I therefore did, Deepa, is that I quickly put out 3 useful points, because I was wondering what from my journey is going to be of actual value to what you may want to build. And therefore, I look at it as trust in collaboration. As content creator, I feel that I have never felt, even when I was in this world of breaking news, and a lot of people would say, hey, Vasanthi, how come somebody asked for a phone number? These are sources where like you take years to cultivate a source. Some new person comes and asking that I'm traveling into Mangalore as a thing. And so I'd say, okay, wait, I'll just this thing. And then you put it on a phone or an email and I would send it to them. And they would be so grateful. And I said, you know what? People don't share so easily. And I said, that probably may come from a feeling. I'm not trying to judge here. If you feel insecurity, that okay, somebody is going to do a better job with whatever else you had as tools, then I just look at it as, you know what? The audience is going to benefit. That's fine. I do what I want with my creative power and you do with whatever you can. So the trust and collaboration is the first, which I feel.
Basanti,
uh,
1 second. Anybody in the audience who has a halls or a mint or anything? I think we need some help here.
yeah, I could see a hand go.
Yeah, please, if you can. Sorry, continue.
Yes,
please.
yes. Crowdsourcing and collaboration
Yeah.
in live. Yeah. Yes, I hope
No, please, you
Saloni
continue.
feels
Yeah.
better. So, which means, when you do that and you create this sort of a community of creators than competitors, then you are scaling the level of creativity, and therefore you are co-opting than competing. This is very useful. Now, for that, you have to do all the inner work that Saloni so beautifully put out. But then I come from a joint family. It was a lot easier somehow for me. I've also given a TEDx talk on this for those interested. Now, the trust, the next one is, after I spoke about collaboration and community, one of the things which has been very enriching is that whenever I've gone into parts of India solo, and I told you that I literally go where my story takes, I'm not bothered so much about the agenda. I meet fantastic Indians who will never make it to the headlines. So there'll be somebody in Gorakhpur, Bundelkhand, Tamil Nadu, or Kerala. I am just putting them together in a WhatsApp group which we call Pickle Jar India, where there is no time for good morning, good evening kind of forwards, but people are sharing and learning. So it's like a platform, and it's created a very beautiful community of Indians across 18 countries in the world, which, interested in growing. Thank you. Thank you. And the last one is trust in conversation. And this relates more to what you are saying, which is that, let's say, if I go out and interview someone, and sometimes it has been on very, very sticky, topics, very difficult topics. It could be about Hindu-Muslim area in one area. It could be about psychological mental health in another one on any of my podcasts. And I make it to pass on this message to the person who I'm talking to, whether or not they're on my show, that whatever you shared with me or with us will never be used against you.
Yeah.
Therefore, you are stating that trust. It's not just about, and of course, sometimes you even get asked, you're staying with locals, and how personal connections, references work best. You therefore, the credentialing is happening in our own way, so that, you always trust something which your friend has told you about. Because institutional trust is now moved to individual trust, especially in journalism and content creation. People are looking to you if you are good at something. So that is why one of the things which I really started doing, which on my Instagram, is off late in the last 6 months, to share just these 1-minute videos, saying that, okay, how not to feel small in a room. Because these are all coming from real life experiences. Somebody just comes and say, "Arey, aap jaise bade log is room mein." I said, hello, you are the bade person equally. Don't feel small. Don't have this imposter syndrome. Don't kind of this thing. So these are the small nuggets. Therefore, you're kind of giving it back. Of course, you're creating a community which is not monetizing always, because that's also something, when you get invested in, people will ask, is yours scalable? Is yours monetizable? There is a time and place for there. But as a content creator, don't get too stuck with this. Aapka time bhi aayega.
Apna time aa gaya already. But you know what she said? I think we should let that sink in, right? Trust used to be organizational led at one point in time. We all grew up looking at the Tatas, and the trust came from there, and all those brilliant names, the Amuls, and the brand can go on and on, right? But now I think trust literally comes from people, the people who are leading it, the people who are out there, content creators like us. And what I loved about what she was also telling was the name of her firm. I mean, look at it, Pickle Jar. Okay, it's so beautiful. It's already got that whole tanginess. But the best part is, I think, and this is a question, Dr. Falguni, that I'm going to ask you, because you've got 3 entrepreneurs sitting here. All right, so she's got an organization called Pickle Jar, and we heard about it. I run a firm called 3 AM Friend. And a 3 AM friend is someone you can call at any given point of time. They are always available for you. They are your people who've got your back. Crisis, issues, sleepless, wherever, whatever you are, call me. I'm there to help you. I'm here to resolve, right? And here you have a coach who actually calls herself the coach, right? The company's name is The Coach, and she is a coach. So here we are with this eclectic names that we are bringing to you. Tell me, does the name of, and because Dr. Falguni is also a professor at MICA, Uh, does having eclectic names give more trust, vulnerability, authenticity to the audience which is viewing us?
Yes and no, it depends.
Mhm.
So sometimes having a very bang on functional name like coach,
Yeah.
it helps define your business, because I'm coming from the principles of branding here. And at Mica, we proudly call ourselves School of Ideas. So we
Yes.
are all into creativity, curiosity, and we nurture all that. So coach comes very defined where your business proposition lies in. So then you don't need to do any extra legwork to tell people what you are doing. But then there is a 3M friend and there's a pickle jar which raises the curiosity in the right way, right? And it creates question marks in the consumer's mind to know more. Now, why did I say depends? Now, when those questions arise, answers have to come from you. So your brand has to be well defined, your proposition has to be well defined, your unique selling proposition has to be well defined. 3M friend can mean anything for me, but when I look it up, it should give me the right answers. It should navigate the consumer's curious mind to your brand and not somewhere else.
Correct.
So pickle jar has to get well defined as what it is all about. What does it stand for? Futuristic enough to hold promise, of how it will grow. So I think both are right, depending on the sincerity with which the business and the brand has been defined by the founders.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Talk about sincerity and design. The coach obviously has been playing around with all our minds, right? We've been all thinking about karma, all thinking about gyan, sadhana. How about we give you the stage? You've got an audience. We are about 100 people here. Can you help us maybe delve a little bit deeper into ourselves or figure a way to be more authentic and less self-doubting?
So, the most powerful technique to start believing in yourself, to overcome fear, is only one. Bolo? What's the most powerful way to change your mind?
Believe it.
It's meditation.
Meditation.
Yeah? Because meditation and visualization has been used for thousands of years. Anybody here done meditation? Some of you? Ah, good job. Good job. So, how about I get inside your head and I help you to overcome any fear that you might have? Correct? Right now? Right here? Yeah?
So the fear
Shall we do
goes
it?
out is what you're saying. So we can dream of fear and it will go away.
Watch and learn.
ठीक है?
Can you just switch
I
off
know.
the lights a
I've
bit?
got 10 minutes.
Just dim it a
I'm
bit.
seeing it.
Yeah.
Like 40.
Can I have a mic? I don't know how I'll keep this here like this.
You want one more mic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can just take off your chappals. If you're wearing shoes and it's difficult, don't do it. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah. it
Can you
is
hear
all-
the music? Yeah. Those of you wearing specs, just take off your specs and just keep it down. And sit absolutely straight. Keep your back absolutely straight. And just for now, close your eyes. Close your eyes and forget about everything. Just feel your feet on the ground. Feel your hands wherever you have kept them. If possible, just keep them facing upwards. Keep them open so that you may be able to receive whatever it is that comes to you at this time. Just keep your eyes closed. You're alone in this room right now. And just for now, take a deep breath in and release as slowly and gently as possible. Good job. Well done. Keep your eyes closed. And now, see yourself standing in a green meadow. It's green in color. Surrounding you are beautiful tall trees. What color are they? Look at it. Bring up color. See it clearly ahead of you. Good job. Now, there's a beautiful pond that you see. Walk towards it. Look inside. You see some fishes. What color are they? See the color. Good job. There's a lotus also in this pond. What color is it? Wow, beautiful. Just like that. Now, take yourself to the edge of a beach. Yes, your subconscious mind is very powerful. Just now, go to a beach. Good job. There you are, white sand. Nobody's here, it's just you. And in front of you, you see a giant, 1,000-petaled lotus. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's calling you. The leaves are open. You are powerful. You can reach this lotus. How? You can walk on water. Yes, you can. Start. Start walking towards the 1,000-petaled lotus. Walk. Walk on water. Go, 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 go. Good job. One petal leaf just comes down, almost inviting you to take a step up. Take a step up and go inside. Sit inside the lotus. Sit inside. Good job. Cross-legged and put one hand on top of the other, open. Good job. Slowly, a white light appears inside the lotus. The lotus leaves begin to close. And you see in your hand is lying a gift. It is what you need to overcome your fears. Is it confidence? Is it consistency? Is it love? Or is it all of them? What is it? Is it inside a box? Is it written for you? Or is it just a ball of light? Now, there's a little ball of white light in the center of your hand. It contains everything that you need. Pick up the ball. Take both your hands and put it on your hand, on your heart. Physically do it. Pick up your hands and put it just on your heart and feel that white ball going inside your heart, giving you everything that you need at this moment right now. Love, kindness, gratitude. Feel a divine hand coming on top of your hand and just giving it that little push. Whatever your fate might be, bring up a divine source that you believe in. And if you like, you may bow your head to that divine light, whatever it might be for you. Just drop your chin and see the Divine One blessing you, telling you, I got you. I got you. You're good. Good job. Well done. Gently rub your hands together. Cover your eyes. Cover your eyes. And whenever you're ready, in the palm of your hands, open your eyes and put your hands down and come back to this room. Come back here slowly and gently. Good job. Well done, guys.
Good job to you. I have almost gone into my, the theta delta stage, and now I have to fire up to move all the way from now go to beta and gamma and start talking. So this is, whew. Thank you. That was touching. That was just beautiful. And again, I think a lot of us just connected with our vulnerability and sort of got the message that you're going to be all right. So amazing. Yeah, so we come towards the end of our session here. We've got 2 more minutes before we wrap up. And as content creators, we are very careful about our time. How about we take 2 very quick questions from the audience? Go on, lady in red.
Thank you. Thank you for a wonderful session. You've been in the content creation piece of it for the years, and like you said, the real, the raw is all that. But today, everybody wants to be a content creator, right? So today's generation, what is it that 1 or 2 tips that you would want to give it? Thank you.
Dr. Falguni? Mic to nahi hai.
So you're right. It's clutter everywhere, whether advertising on mass media or content creation on Instagram and YouTube. I think the principles of personal branding come here, and personal branding says that you have to find your niche. You need to know what are your 2 to 3 areas where you're an expert and where you can speak with thought leadership. Only those areas become your channel of content creation. They guide you in content as well as in conversations which you need to be a part of. So say for example, if my key areas of content creation are body positivity, but I link it with fashion, right? Fashionability and body positivity. Then I talk about women empowerment and gender equality. These are the 3 pillars which will guide me 80% of the time. I'm creating content around these. Okay, I can dive into areas different which come under these, but these are my guiding forces. 20% of the time I can go cross over the bridge. Okay, I can talk about some recipe, I can talk about some food, I can talk about some travel stories, but I have to remember that I am not a travel content creator, right? I am not a lifestyle content creator. I am not Kabita's Kitchen. However, I love food and cooking, I am not that. So once in a while, I may flirt with those kinds of content, but your committed relationship has to be with those 2 to 3 areas where you are an expert, you are growing, you are going to establish your thought leadership. Yeah?
One last?
So
Yeah,
I think
the
just
man.
to add, I think connection is what people value, rather than just plain communication and lived experience, for sure.
Yeah, Kandu?
I think that is something.
Totally
Yeah.
agree.
Oh, okay. There was a man who raised the hand, but we don't give chance to men clearly. So,
Yes.
all right. So we continue to be here on the forum. So feel free to connect with us and follow us, like, subscribe, share, and let's
Yes.
take a picture.
Thank
Okay,
you
so
so much.
our speakers will be around, so you can, whoever else had questions, you can reach out to them after the session. We will now request Amit to please come on stage to hand over the goodies. So a huge round of applause for Amit Prabhu. He's the one who's helped curate this entire track for us.